Taking a look at the St. Henry Redskins, Andy Lynch and Chris Parks joining you for this broadcast. Also joined by Jeff Paul, one of the seniors on the St. Henry team, and the new head coach of the St. Henry Redskins, Brad Luthman, who is no stranger to the MAC. Versailles graduate, coached the last 2 seasons at Marion Local, and now your first full year as a head coach here at St. Henry. I'm sure you've got to be excited about that, getting a head coaching opportunity here.
Oh, I'm ecstatic, but I'm humbled at the same time. You know, it's to wear the big sombrero makes a different step here. So. But I'm excited because I know the tradition of this school, and I've played them from afar, I've coached them from afar, and always really respected and admired what this school had to offer.
How challenging was it? It was probably going from Versailles and a couple years away, then to Marion Local, a MAC rival growing up, and now you're on the staff. Is that a big challenge mentally for you?
I tell you what, for the last 2 years over with Marion Local, I step foot into Versailles, I get called traitor a lot. So, I mean, it's all in good fun.
Right.
They knew I was a part of a good school, so. And now I'm making the transition over here to St. Henry, and now all of a sudden Marion people are calling me traitor a lot, and I say, get something new. But, no, it's been great. I loved growing up in Versailles, and I loved my last 2 years at Marion. It's just looking for a challenge, had an opportunity come this way, and I couldn't pass it up. So,
what have you learned from guys like Tim Goodwin, some of the other coaches that you've got a chance to kind of maybe watch of these last couple of years? What advice have they given you?
I tell you what, I played under Coach Al Hetrick at Versailles. And when I graduated as his senior, that was his last year. And then I got to coach 2 years under Tim Goodwin. And those are 2 remarkable head coaches. Coach Hetrick's in the Hall of Fame, and I'm sure Coach Goodwin's headed that way. And just their total program from the top to the bottom, there's nothing they don't have calculated out in their mind, whether it's culture, whether it's hard-nosed, whether it's knowing who's lifting, who's got what grades, anything he needs, they get. So.
Of course, Coach Jeff Starkey moving on to be an administrator back in his home area in Stark County. Jeff Paul, great success last year for St. Henry, making it to the 3rd round of the playoffs. What are the differences you've seen this year in Coach Luthman from Coach Starkey's program?
We've just been working about the same effort level, and he just keeps us working hard all the time and just keeps everybody going.
Jeff, talk a little bit about last season as well before you get ready for this year. 2012, 9 wins, 9-4, 3rd round of the playoffs. A year before that, you guys weren't even close to the playoff race at all. What a turnaround. And you guys have to be feeling really confident going into this year, too, I would imagine.
Yes, we're feeling real confident about this year, and we like the way we're working hard in this early summer season. It's just going good right now.
Coach, certainly is some good seniors in last year's class that you have to replace. Stahl, quarterback, Loigers, 12 sacks last year. Who are some of the guys you're going to see replace those guys?
We're looking right now. Jeff's been battling with Mitch Stallman at quarterback. We know if Jeff doesn't play quarterback, he's going to play a great receiver for us. For Loigers, we're really, trying to search for them linemen because we really want that to be heart and soul of our offense. So there's Lucas Roll, Adam Guggenbiller, some other juniors. Mitch Stogler, a senior, going to try to step up and lead the way for us on the offensive line. And we do have Chase Hemmelgarn coming back for us, so we're really looking for that to be a strength of our team. So,
what kind of coaching philosophies will you bring in here, kinds of offenses and defenses you plan on running and implementing here at St. Henry? Will it be a change from the team you saw last year here at St. Henry, or will it be a little bit different?
I think same quality football is going to be played. I think I've got a little bit more of a defensive mind. It's definitely going to be a lot more blitzing and aggressive than you've seen in St. Henry traditionally. I wouldn't have been hired 2 years ago at Marion if I didn't say I liked aggressive defense. So you're going to see a lot more aggressive defense, a little bit of man coverage here and there. On offense, we really want to lean on our run game and then find big plays in the passing game. Had a lot of different conversations, whether it's with Coach Hetrick, definitely Coach Goodwin, where there's some of them nights, whether it's a rainy night or something, where your quarterback might throw the perfect ball, but for whatever reason a receiver can't catch it, or a receiver will be running wide open, and for whatever reason, the quarterback can't get it there. And the hope is that a running game will never go in slumps. Good defense and running game won't do that to you. So,
Coach, a new opening opponent for St. Henry this year in Covington, a playoff team. They bowed out against Coldwater last year, I think in the regional final. A good challenge to start your St. Henry career.
Oh, absolutely. We got a lot of respect for what Covington's put together for not only last year, but for year after year after year, the way they compete. They've been perennially a playoff team. And they are a hard-nosed, coming at you kind of football team, the kind of offenses we respect. So,
Jeff, take us through these first couple of days, getting back into the pads today, first couple of days of 2 days. Is everyone kind of back into that football mindset now?
Yeah, we're all starting to come around here today. Today was a little rough, but we're getting there. The legs are coming around a little bit, but we'll get there.
Why was today rough?
Describe rough
Fill
for
us
us.
in.
Oh, we've just been working hard lately.
We'll leave it at that. Lots of fun with the St. Henry football team as they start Coach Luthman's era here at the Wally Post Athletic Complex. We'll have a number of the games on WOSN and WTLW as they open the MAC, the 13th, home with St. John's before visiting Minster and New Bremen. When we come back, we will have more from the Redskin players here. The seniors will stop by as the Community Sports and Therapy Pigskin Preview continues from Mercer County.
Welcome back to St. Henry. Andy Lynch and Chris Parks here at the Wally Post Athletic Complex on this Community Sports and Therapy Pigskin Preview, taking a look at those skins who went 9-4 season ago. Tyler Schwederman and Adam Weicker joining us now for the next couple minutes. And Tyler, what a bounce back year it was in 2012, the third round of the playoffs after a disappointing 2011 season. Everyone's got to be feeling really confident, I would imagine, going into this year too.
Oh yeah, we're really confident into this season. I mean, we have a lot of juice and all that stuff. So, I mean, we're really confident, really excited.
Okay. Tyler, tell us about the defensive backfield. How are things looking there, returners and such?
Well, I mean, I'm the only returning defensive back coming back from last year, but we have a lot of experience. I mean, with our guys, like we had AJ Niekamp played a little bit last year. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, he's coming back for us, and Caleb Bender, defensive back, and DJ Kunkler. I mean, pretty good, decent size.
Okay, not too bad at all then. Adam, talk a little bit about Coach Luthman coming in his first year here. What's he kind of implementing, and what's his style like so far?
He likes hard work. He likes to push us, likes to run a lot. He's a good coach, and I don't know, he just loves pushing.
He likes to run a lot. Does he run with you, or you guys doing the running?
No, he doesn't like to run with us.
Jeff Paul said practice was pretty rough earlier today. Was that true?
Oh, yeah, that was definitely a tough one.
Was it good to put the pads back on, though? It feel more like football?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for Saturday, ready to start hitting.
Yep.
Yeah, certainly. Tyler, coming up this season, you guys go through that rigorous MAC schedule, but you also have a new opponent in Covington in the first week. They're a perennial playoff team. It seems like you guys are going to be tested right out of the gate in week number 1.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Covington's a really good team. They were pretty good last year, made a far run in the playoffs. Got beat by Coldwater, and we're excited for them, ready to play them at our home field.
Tyler, what's it mean to be a senior for St. Henry football, all the tradition? I mean, Wally Post Athletic Complex, the Jeff Hardings, the Jim Lachey's. You're a senior now. How's that feel?
It feels really, really good. I mean, I'm excited, ready to get back on that field.
Adam, a lot of kids coming out for the team this year. What are the numbers like for you guys?
Last year we ended the season with 6 juniors, and now we got 9 seniors coming back, so that's good. We got some more guys to come back out. Junior class is real heavy. We got a lot of guys there. And sophomore class, we got a few guys. And freshman class, we got a lot to come out, too.
And a lot of excitement out of those guys coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Adam, there's been a stall at quarterback, seems like for a decade. It hasn't been that long, but not going to be a stall this year. How's it going with the new guys in camp?
We got 2 guys who are practicing at quarterback, Jeff Paul, who was just up here earlier, and Mitch Domney's a sophomore. They're both looking pretty good. Mitch Domney's getting more reps than Jeff. Jeff plays a lot of receiver, too. He's looking real good. He's a good spread quarterback.
Cool. Tyler, talk a little bit about those 2 guys competing for the quarterback's position and the skills that they bring.
They bring a lot of skills. I mean, I like Mitch a lot better at quarterback. And he can hit the open receiver a lot. Towards that. I mean, like Jeff's a really good receiver, and we could use him at the receiving core.
All right, we remember Mitch pitching as a freshman for the St. Henry baseball team. Got a great arm on him, so should be a good future for St. Henry, no matter who they choose at the quarterback position. When we return, we'll have more from the Redskins one final time on this Community Sports and Therapy Pigskin Preview at the Wally Post Athletic Complex.
Our final couple minutes now with the St. Henry Redskins. Chase Hemmelgarden and Jordan Osterholt will join Andy and I here for our final segment on this Community Sports and Therapy Pigskin Preview of the St. Henry Redskins. Chase, Jordan, I'm going to ask you guys both this. Jeff said practice was hard. Our other 2 guys, Tyler and Adam, said practice was hard. Was it pretty rough this morning?
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I was cramping up quite a bit after practice. I think shoulder pads make you sweat a little bit more.
Okay.
That's it's the shoulder. It's not even warm yet. What happens when it's 90?
We'll definitely see then, because it was definitely cool today, but yet still
still trouble.
Pretty rough out there, Jordan.
Yep.
Tougher out.
How important will conditioning be for you this year, Chase? More so than the past, the usual amount? What would you say?
I wouldn't say it's any more important this year, but I think we're placing a little bit more focus on it. I think it is crucial to winning games because in our conference, in our area, you win games in the fourth quarter.
Sure.
Jordan, last season, 9-4, you guys made it to the third round of the playoffs. Did you guys expect to go that far last year and make a playoff push like you did?
Definitely. Our expectations last year were just as high as we always have been, and I think we expected to get there.
What are some of the differences Coach Luthman brings to the table that Coach Starkey didn't bring? Just maybe a difference in personality or style?
It's a little bit younger personality, like a little more upbeat. Like the conditioning, that's a big difference there. We do a lot more of that.
Coach Luthman's on Twitter and Coach Starkey's not, stuff like that too.
Kind of. That's like just a younger age.
Little things like that.
Yeah.
We switched up some of the defensive scheming too. We're doing more of the 30 and the 50 and bringing some more pressure than we normally have in the back.
He loves
years
pressure,
past. Yes, he does.
So can we expect a lot of blitzing, maybe like on first, second, third down, like any downs you guys could be throwing a lot of people at the quarterback?
Most definitely. We're going to be blitzing a lot this year.
Jordan can't wait. Middle linebacker. He is all excited.
90% of the time, we've been pretty creative with the defensive scheming. It should be a fun year as far as blitzing goes.
Does that make it fun for the defense? Always something new?
Absolutely. It changes it up. I mean, defensive line, you kind of get into a rut. If you're never blitzing, you're just playing. I mean, and now with blitzing a little bit more, you're going in different gaps. You're changing it up a little bit and bringing in some better heat.
Is there a big rival? I mean, you guys are 5 minutes away from Coldwater. Is that your biggest rival, or is there another one you guys have had while you've played high school football?
Definitely, Coldwater's a rival, but at the same time, Marion is still up there.
Local?
I mean, they're both two very competitive teams, and we always go out to beat them. You always try.
Okay.
Agree, Chase?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's a rival, though.
That's fair. That's Tim Goodwin's answer yesterday. We talked to Versailles. They said Marion Local. Delphus St. John said Marion Local.
I know. There's a lot of.
I asked Tim, who's your rival? And he said, well, whoever we're related to the most. Because, a given year you're related to more St. Henry guys. Another year it's Versailles. So every week's a rivalry week in the MAC, and we will have plenty of Midwest Athletic Conference games on WOSN and WTLW throughout the year. I want to thank Coach Luthman for having us out today, all the players for this Community Sports and Therapy Pigskin preview. For Joe Vernick and Chris Parks, I'm Andy Lynch. We'll see you next time on WOSN.